Hi guys, welcome to the channel. What if I told you that the choices that you make in a supermarket are not actually truly yours? What if I tell you that the choices that you make are actually could be designed by the algorithm? I know it does sound like something from science fiction, but unfortunately this is actually not the case. Old days, companies used to design flavors all by themselves. They did a lot of research and it took them a lot of time. But now, unfortunately, a lot of companies are resorting to the AI to develop some flavors. And it does sound absolutely ridiculous, but it's actually happening on a far bigger scale than all of us actually realize. So now a lot of companies do use the AI to develop flavors. They use them to speed up the process. The whole fact that AI can actually learn a hell of a lot of information about us and then actually create the food specifically tailored for you. We're talking about the AI can analyze the foods that you buy. We're talking through the loyalty cards. They can literally create thousands of millions of combinations much quicker than actually humans themselves. They trace what you buy, they trace where you buy it, not even if you don't buy something. They collect all of the information from everywhere, and I mean everywhere. We all know the loyalty card is one of the biggest things, and you think, yes, of course, they monitor what you buy. And then, of course, you have cookies. When you go somewhere online, you always have your adverts popping up. And we talked about it, and I covered this on a video where Tesco's basically sells the data from the club cards to the company, so you have some specific adverts to yourself. But believe this or not, this is actually goes just one step further, right? So the AI doesn't just analyze what you buy in terms of, oh, he just bought some bananas or bought some chocolates. They actually go one step further. They're analyzing every single bit in terms of your purchases. So they analyze the flavors that you choose. They analyze the combinations of what you choose to buy. They analyze things that you potentially look at or hesitated and then didn't buy. They build a massive picture about you to understand what flavors that you like. And then it goes to the extent of those companies then design flavors based on the preferences. It's not done on a personal scale. It's not done on like they watched your information and the data. The data is all private. It doesn't have a person assigned to it, not for the algorithm, but it analyzes millions and millions of people and people choices. And believe this or not, there are patterns. So they pick the patterns that are popular and then they create different flavors. So basically they'll consider what the people have chosen over the time, whatever time that they're testing is for, and then they'll create flavors that they know you would like. They basically engineer the food. And this is where I think a lot of talks are happening, that people don't understand why a lot of food become addictive. You just think, yes, you like it, but there is a mental thing there. They are triggering specific things. They are training AI to create the food that will trigger repeat purchases. And what happens is they create the food that you like, you buy it, you eat it, they see what the response is, and they continue creating those kind of flavors amongst with same brand or sometimes across different brands. They're basically training the computers and algorithm to create food that you would want to eat all the time. And then we're talking about the agenda of the government. They're controlling in a way what we eat by implementing the sugar taxes. They're talking about reducing salt. They're talking about creating the label transparency. Yes, we'll believe this when we see this. They're talking about the school foods. They're talking about many things. But indirectly, and I cover this on the video, they are shaping what we're going to be eating. They are shaping this without us pretty much having a choice. And now we're talking about the AI alongside with the companies. They also have targets, if you wish, in terms of the performance. They also have targets to cut down sugar so they don't have to pay the sugar tax. And of course, they have their little profit targets as well. So if you combine those two together, you have one side that wants you to reshape how the nation consumes food, or what the nation actually consumes. And then we have the companies that want to make a lot of profit and at the same time have a massive power of the AI under their hands. So could you actually imagine what happens if those two combine together? See, the algorithm will decide what's more profitable for them, okay, and what fits with the agenda, and not, unfortunately, what is best for us. This is absolutely ridiculous. I know, and it sounds like it's something from a sci-fi movie, but we all know our food gets fiddled with on a daily basis. We all know this is our pet hate. There's not really a true food left out there. And I know the foods we're talking about, they are pre-engineered foods, the foods that we shouldn't be really consuming. But this is the principle. This is the principle that people need to understand. Again, the idea of doing the video is that people actually understand what is happening in our food system. Because yes, not everybody eats that kind of food, but that people might enjoy certain bits of the food. But it's important to understand, right? So what is happening, and I didn't know this until recently, that they go to such an extent of training the food so you can come back and buy this food time and time again. And we know that these foods are really not good for us. So it fits the agenda perfectly, doesn't it? So anyway, guys, I do hope you have found this video helpful. Of course, please comment down below. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye-bye.